Hello fellow LEGO enthusiasts! In the last video we talked about the basics about the snot technique, and now we are going deeper into the fascinating world of snot geometry. Again, there's the snot knot on top. I think it's time to unlock the secret of connecting the LEGO bricks in ways you never imagined. So in this video I will be talking about in depth about snot geometry, more sophisticated snot technique that may help you to level up your mock building, as well as some drawbacks of snot. Yeah, you heard it right. Snot also has some minor drawbacks too. If you are still new to the snot technique, I suggest you to stop watching this now and maybe hop over to watch the last video which I had covered the basics of snot technique. Hi, I'm Weng Yu. I've started my LEGO mock journey since 2014 and I'm a big fan of LEGO City, mostly collecting city related themes like modular streets and some creator sets. I always love to challenge myself and try out different kind of themes, like I've built some mocks for Star Wars, Friends, of course for the city themes too. When I started my mock journey, I faced a lot of obstacles and spent a lot of time researching how to build a good mock, what kind of technique I should use, and most importantly, how I can create those fascinating mocks like we often came across in the social media. Therefore, I'm creating this content to share what I know about mock building technique and skills with you to maybe at least help you a little along your mock building journey. And at the same time, I might also be able to learn something back from you along this journey. Okay, let's dive into it. In the last video, we have unfolded the mystery of the 5:2 and 6:2 ratio. It's time for some hands-on fun. First, let's explore the configuration of these golden rules. When we stack two plates with a 1x1 stud on side brick onto it, and repeat this step again, you can see that we can place a 1x4 brick which has a 4 stud length. It will perfectly align with them. Another example is to stack 4 pieces of 1x1 brick, then add a 1x1 stud on side brick onto it. After that, if you place a 1x6 brick on it, you can notice that the 1x1 stud on side can perfectly fit to the 1x6 brick. When you repeat this step, you can now connect a 1x12 bricks across the two 1x1 stud on side brick. This is how we can perfectly align studs to connect LEGO creation both horizontally and sideways. Voila! Basic snot geometry achieved. But we are not stopping here. We are leveling up. Ever wonder what happens when you dissect the width of a LEGO stud? Well, here's the secret. Based on our golden 5:2 ratio, if you do the math, the width of a one stud, example like a 1x1 brick, equals to height of 2.5 staggered plates. Keeping it simple, if you are building in incremental of 2 studs, just remember these golden rules. 2 studs equals 5 plates. It's like a LEGO math. But brace yourself, because sometimes you will need to throw in those cheeky half plates offset. They are like a secret ingredients in your LEGO recipe and you need to know when and how to use them. Now, let's take a look at these interesting elements above. These elements have the half plate dimension as you see here. The thin part of the bracket is half plate thick. The thin ring of the modified plate is half plate. The 1x1 brick with the stud on side is 2.5 plates thick. Though the headlight bricks is 2 plates thick in its most narrow dimensions. Okay, I think I've talked a lot about the theory of snot, and you might be wondering how should I start building the snot structures? So let's apply some of the geometry we have just learned and explore some examples of useful snot bricks and how to use them. So you may want to save this video so that you can watch it back later when you need to. So let's go on. Hinge brick and plate. Literally, you can convert it into a snot element by tilting the hinge to the end of its side. The height of this is at 1 brick height, so you can connect some bricks across and around it. Brick modified 1x1 with headlight. I don't think I need to explain much on this, as this is a well-known snot element. Here are some examples that show you how you can play around on this element. Perhaps one of them might be useful for your current or upcoming mock building. Plate modified 1x1 with light attachment. Probably you have came across this snot technique from one of the LEGO sets before, which I noticed this technique has quite oftenly been used in a set. Brick modified 1x1 with studs on 4 sides. A versatile element that allows builders to create complex connections and details in their LEGO creations. With stud on all 4 sides, it can be used to attach other bricks, plates, or accessories in various directions, making it a crucial component for adding texture and complexity to the model. bracket 1x2 with 1x2 on side and bracket 1x2 with 1x4 on side. Besides using it in the usual way, you may try to connect the side of the bracket to a break like this. This may create a different kind of texture that makes your mock look interesting. Minifigure neck bracket, one of the less popular snot elements among the rest, but in fact it could be very useful when you are looking to do a snot in a tiny space. Bracket 1x2 with 2x2 on side, one of my personal favorite snot elements. I found it was pretty useful because it can create a flush bottom if you stack it on a break and a plate under it. And it can be also create multiple connections in different directions. Bracket 1x2 with 2x2 on side inverted, similar like the one before but just being inverted. Brick modified 1x1 with studs on 2 sides, a sibling of 4733 which has studs on 4 sides. Instead, this only has studs on 2 sides which are in the opposite directions. This is somewhat useful when you only need to use 2 sides of snot and keep the other 2 sides flat. Bracket 1x2 with 1x2 on side inverted, another type of element which is inverted from another element, which allows the builder to choose and create some interesting features out of it. Plate modified 2x2x2 with 2 studs on side. This could be the unique one out of all because it comes with the 2/3 height of brick merged together and creates a plate height of step at the top of the element. It may look weird at first, but I can expect this could be one of the snot elements that can solve some of the tricky situations. Here are some examples in which we have combined various elements to create unique snot connections. What do you think you can create with this type of connections? Please share your ideas and discuss them in the comment sections below. Whew. So we have covered quite a lot here. While this example covered the most common snot breaks, they are not the only one out there. I'm sure you have spotted a technique or two that's new to you, and that's the joy of learning and being creative. So I will encourage you to look for some wonderful mock around and try to learn a little from them, then try to be brave and creative to explore new snot technique along the way. If you are as excited about snot technique as I am, hit the like button and subscribe for more LEGO mock knowledge to keep your builds fresh and exciting. YouTube will also feed you more on this type of content so that you can learn from some other amazing builders out there. Alright, it's time to get a bit nerdy. We are diving even deeper into the puddle of snots. Ever heard about the LEGO tolerances? These tiny gaps between the LEGO bricks are essentials to prevent them from sticking together. But guess what? They can be a real headache when snotting. The theoretical space between 2 bricks separated by 2 studs is 16 mm. But because of those annoying tolerances, a 1x2 bricks is actually only 15.8 mm wide, which makes the gaps between 2 studs is actually 16.2 mm gap. However, these tolerances only work sideways. There are no tolerances from bottom up. Combining specific snot element in certain way you can lead to tricky situations. For instance, connecting a headlight bricks and a 1x1 studs on side brick with a 1x2 plate can create unwanted stress on the elements. When we try to connect the bracket from the side, they will actually fitted quite tightly together. If you only connect a few pieces, then it is still fine. But when you intend to connect in a larger amount, then you can start to feel the tension coming from them. Worse, the top plate that holds all the snot bricks will tend to warp and create some unwanted curvatures. And you might wonder, shouldn't the 0.1 mm tolerance of the headlight bricks come to the rescue? Well, in this case, it doesn't. The headlight bricks is designed to be exactly 2 plates thick in its shortest dimensions. And that's the little LEGO mystery of its own. So, my fellow LEGO explorers, there you have it. A whirlwind tour through the captivating world of snot geometry and the puzzling twist of LEGO tolerances. Do you know, there are some hidden gem techniques that we can learn from the existing LEGO set? If you are like me, who want to learn from the official LEGO designer, then probably you might want to watch this video, which I'm digging deep to see what kind of inspiring and interesting building technique that we can learn from the official LEGO set or the LEGO designer. If nothing appeared here yet, I'm sorry. It means that I'm still working on the video, and do come back and check out that video when it is ready. If you are as excited about snot technique as I am, hit the like button and subscribe for more LEGO knowledge to keep your build fresh. fresh and exciting. And remember, in the world of LEGO, there are always new discovery waiting for you. Happy building and see you in the next one. Bye!